All right, we are live on Facebook, going live in the VIP circle. It's Ron. Hope you're having a great Wednesday evening, starting off your Wednesday evening. We're going live. We're going to talk about what I do when I get a craving. I've got 5 things that I do to help control my cravings in the evening. Also have some other suggestions to help you with your cravings and some different ideas that maybe can help you with some nighttime cravings. Now, if you're jumping on the video, hashtag live, if you are with me live in the VIP circle, hashtag replay. If you are watching this on the replay, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you are getting good audio, you can hear me, let me know you're on here with me. I'm gonna pull up the video on Facebook in case there are any questions. So if you have any questions about cravings or how to control cravings, go ahead and post them in the chat. We'll circle back to those questions and answer them as you are on the live here. Again, tonight we're gonna talk about cravings, what I do personally, 5 tips that I do, 5 things that I do to control cravings, and then some other ideas that may help you as well. Let's get real about cravings. It's probably one of the most discussed topics that I have with clients and how to manage their hunger in the evening. I work with weight loss clients, and so controlling cravings, not going over your caloric intake in the evening is super important if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to maintain that caloric deficit. And so hopefully these will be helpful to you in your journey to losing weight. Again, hashtag live if you're live with me, hashtag replay on the replay. Give me a thumbs up, let me know you're out there. I see a couple of people jumping on. Let me know you're getting good audio before we jump into this. And these are the 5 things that I do to help control cravings. So let's get into it. The number one thing that I do to help control my cravings is I make sure I hit my caloric intake every day. I make sure I hit my caloric intake every day. Number 1, you have to know what your caloric intake is. Do you know that? Give me a thumbs up if you know your caloric intake. Why is that important? It's important because you need to feel satiated by the end of the day to help avoid cravings. Okay, so it's important. It's very easy to do that. You can get online, find a caloric intake calculator, put in your statistical data, and it can calculate a rough estimate of what your caloric intake should be on a daily basis. So I hit my caloric intake every day. I prioritize protein so that I am full, I am satiated, and that helps to control my cravings. And then third part of that is I avoid processed foods. Very important to avoid processed foods. Why? Processed foods are calorically dense, but not nutrient dense. So what does that mean? High calories, low substance, meaning it will not satiate you for a long time. And so even though you're taking a high amount of calories in, you will almost immediately feel empty and feel hungry all over again. So that is the trap with things like fast food and processed foods and things like that. So the first thing I do is I make sure I hit my caloric intake on a daily basis by prioritizing protein and avoiding processed foods. That's number 1. Let me know if you hit your caloric intake on a daily basis. Give me a thumbs up. Smash that button. Let me know if you're hitting your caloric intake on a daily basis. All right, as we go down the list, and I'm going to jump into the VIP circle and take a look and make sure that if we have any questions that I can answer them, get them here in the chat. Number 2. Okay, number 2. Drink plenty of water. Drinking plenty of water. That is the second thing that I do to make sure that I avoid cravings at the end of the day, or how I control my cravings in the evening. So it can work both ways. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. You must be drinking a minimum of 100 ounces of water on a daily basis. If you are clinically diagnosed as obese, it's going to be half your body weight in water. If you're training for a marathon, I work with marathoners, I work with runners, right? There's going to be a calculation to help prescribe the amount of water that you should be taking in. So for me, I'm taking in 144 ounces of water daily. And so make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. That is the second thing I do. Always important to lead with water whenever you think you feel hungry. So at the end of the night, if you're getting cravings, start with water. The sensation internally in the body between thirst and hunger is the same. It's the same sensation. So if you're trying to lose weight, always lead with water. Wait a couple minutes, see if that satisfies, and then if it doesn't, then that means you're hungry. If that feeling dissipates, then you know that you were thirsty. But always make sure you're getting plenty of water. I think the statistic that I cited in my other video, something like 70% of people get about 4 cups of water a day, which is super low. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. We're still in these really hot and humid days here in Florida. So being hydrated is very important. So that's the second thing I do. I drink plenty of water and I lead with water. If I feel cravings coming on, start with water. If that sensation doesn't dissipate, then we can go for food after that. All right, third thing that I do to help manage my cravings in the evening, we close the kitchen down after dinner. Once dinner is done, once the kitchen is clean, the kitchen is closed for business. It's a very good rule to have. Refrigerator stays closed, food stays away, and we move on with our evening. Like that rule, obviously there are going to be some circumstances where we can't keep that hard and fast rule. But for the most part, when we're done with dinner, kitchen is closed for business. Maybe that rule will help you in your household to control food and overeating at night. Okay. Number 4, I brush my teeth after dinner. I brush my teeth after dinner. Gives me this feeling of finality of the day. Obviously, it helps you to keep your teeth healthy. So brushing your teeth is always good, but especially if you're trying to control your cravings, it gives your brain a cue. Done. We are done eating. We are done with that part of the day. Time to move on. And so brushing my teeth sends that cue to my brain that we are wrapping up the evening. No more food. We are done for the night. So that was number 4, brush your teeth. And then finally, the 5th thing that I do to help control my cravings in the evening, I go to bed at the same time and try to get about 7 hours of rest. I try to sleep for 7 hours in the evening. Not perfect, but going to bed at the same time gives your brain, again, we're setting up patterns, we're setting up habits, we're setting up rituals, giving your brain the cue that we're shutting down for the evening. We're transitioning into sleep time. And so when we go to bed at the same time, we create predictability, we create habits, and it allows our body to get into rhythm and allows us to know that this is the end of the day, that we're gonna go to bed early, and we're gonna get plenty of rest. Getting plenty of sleep helps control your appetite. When we're not well rested, it raises the ghrelin hormone, creates hunger, creates cravings, raises cortisol, and then we're off to the races. We're looking for our favorite foods, salty or sweet, to indulge in. So go to bed at the same time, and make sure you get plenty of rest. 7 to 9 hours is the recommendation for that. So those are the 5 things that I do to help control my cravings in the evening. Number 1, I make sure I hit my caloric intake on a daily basis, leading with protein to satiate, and then also avoiding processed foods so that I am eating nutrient-dense foods, okay? Number 2, I drink plenty of water on a daily basis. Minimum of 100 ounces is the recommendation. I'm drinking 144, and so I try to hit that mark every single day. Number 3, after dinner, close the kitchen. The kitchen is closed for business, shut it down. Number 4, I brush my teeth. Again, these are setting up cues and rituals in the evening to tell your brain, hey, we are shutting down and we're getting ready to transition to sleep. And then number 5, I go to bed at the same time, relatively the same time, every evening. Again, creating that ritual, that habit, that pattern, letting my brain know that it's time to transition to sleep. Now, as I've talked to many people about how to handle cravings, some people had other ideas, other suggestions on how to handle their their nighttime cravings. And so I wanted to share them with you. Maybe this can help you as well. They're not necessarily things that I do, but some of them I do, but on a regular basis, not necessarily, but maybe it will help you. If you've enjoyed this so far, if any of these have helped you, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that some of these suggestions might work for you to help control your nighttime cravings. And so here are the other suggestions that can help you with your nighttime cravings. Let's sub out some desserts and snacks for healthy food. Okay, so subbing out. So if you have a craving, it doesn't necessarily mean you go straight for the ice cream. Maybe we can sub out for something sweet. And that's actually something that I do on occasion. If I'm craving something sweet, I will make myself a protein shake. I know it's crazy, way to live on the edge. Woo, right? But it's true. It's true. I will make myself a protein shake instead of going for the ice cream, which is also in the refrigerator. So I do have the option to eat ice cream. But sometimes I sub out for the healthy protein shake because I want the sweet, and I feel like it affects my energy. It affects my energy the next morning if I'm eating ice cream. So, but sometimes I'll have the ice cream. For the most part, subbing out healthy food, maybe that will help you manage your cravings. And we got Catherine on here, great points. Love the kitchen is closed idea. Also water, sleep patterns, rituals, good stuff. Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for jumping on the video. Another suggestion, you could go for a walk. Go for a walk, almost like a distraction. Distract your body with activity. Get outside, especially in the early evening. You can go walk the block, get some fresh air. Great way to wind down, and also get a sense of that nighttime activity and really winding down in the evening to distract yourself maybe from eating something. Be active, go out for a nice leisurely walk in the evening. Great suggestion. Here's one. How about just allowing yourself a few bites? There you go. Why suppress that urge to have something salty or sweet? Why not just have a bite, have a taste, right? And satiate that craving and that need. Not a bad idea if you can keep it to a minimum. And so buyer beware. Be careful. Maybe one bite turns into 2, turns into the whole pint. I don't know. But that is something that you can try for yourself. Just make sure that you know yourself. If you feel like you can't have a couple of spoonfuls of ice cream and can't put the lid back on and put it in the refrigerator, maybe that isn't something that will work for you. But who knows? Give it a shot. Maybe that can be something that can work for you. And then finally, the final suggestion here, distract yourself. And I kind of alluded to that earlier. Distract yourself by doing something else until it goes away. Okay, that was another suggestion. So reading a book, you could do that. You could stretch, and as we mentioned before, go for a walk. Change your activity. Give your brain something else to focus on, as opposed to just the craving. And so there are your other suggestions. Sub out something healthy, go for a walk, allow yourself a few bites, and then finally distract yourself by doing something else, reading or stretching, something like that in the evening. All great suggestions, but again, it's not a one size fits all methodology. You really have to try these things. You have to know yourself and see what will work for you to help control those cravings in the evening, okay? So let me know if those other suggestions helped you. If you found any value in that, give me a thumbs up. And remember, don't let these temporary urges get in the way of achieving your goals. It's really important, right? That moment by moment we're focused and we understand what's happening. Whether we choose to indulge or not really is your choice. But it's important to know that you do have options and that you don't have to succumb to those nighttime cravings, and that you can get them under control. Remember, you are stronger than your cravings. You just need to have a go-to strategy in place for when those cravings strike, so they don't knock you off course. Great words of advice. And again, if you found value in this, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you enjoyed this video. Again, hashtag live if you're on live, hashtag replay if you're on the replay. Like and share this video if you found value in it. And just remember, right now, opening up a couple of spots for a 30-minute VIP transformation session, complimentary, can help you put together an actionable plan to get your cravings under control and get you moving in the right direction with your fitness program. I know as we're coming out of the summer, kids are going back to school, maybe you found that you have some time, you've gotten some time back for yourself, so maybe you have time to focus on your fitness, on your health as we get into the later part of the year and into the holidays, right? So message me, comment below, I'm in, and we can get you set up for that complimentary 30-minute VIP transformation session. Again, my name is Ron. Thank you so much for checking out this video. We'll be doing many more Facebook Lives here in the VIP circle. Until next time, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and we will talk to you soon. All right, you all take care.